Alright guys, so welcome back to the FastHosts Power Tournament. It is the third map, and let me change that, do that, get ready, good to go. Third map now, 1-1 is the map score. Rave against imGaming. As we saw the first map go 13-7 in favor of imGaming, and the second map go 13-7 in favor of rave, so very close, very much opposites. And now we sit on backlot, which should look like that on your screen, all pretty. I have it on full screen, so you know, me being worried about that, we're good to go though. Either way, it's the 9th round, and we'll see. I don't think it's really going to matter too much about who gets the 9th round in this one. If anything, they'll probably go for defense. I'm one of the people that'll go. I would go for defense purely because you can set the speed of the game on attack with the map like backlot, where you are a lot more open to being able to wallbang pretty much anything. It's really something that they need to use to their advantage. And the attacking side allows for that to occur a lot more than what, you know, something like Strike would. You can't just really walk into like mid-house and spray endlessly into the A building. Whereas on backlot, I feel it's a lot more, you know, accessible to do. A lot more. I feel it's a lot more. I don't know. It's open to do. You can do it, and you can get away with. You can stand in the mid building with a couple of teammates still alive and easily still shoot into mid. And not take too much flack for it, at least. Either way, though, let's see how this one's going to be playing out. Raven on the attacking side, imGaming have chosen defense. Let's look at the scopes, though. Dedo is the only one with a scope, and I'd like to point that out because that is such a close range map. You will generally only see the scope, if any, on the attacking side. Sometimes all these scopes will just drop their weapons and go for the AK to add the firepower to the arsenal. imGaming, on the other hand, seem to be starting off strong. They've already got 3 frags to open this round up. We do see dupes on AK, as you can see there in the kill feed. Chris on to Dins. Phil, your last man standing for... Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Is it actually full? No, it's not. It's Data, because ProMod lies to me. And now Deaglin now takes out Chris. Of course, Fran's just going to jump over the wall with the SMG, close him off. And that'll take it to... Well, the first round going in favor of imGaming. Dupes getting himself a comfortable 2 frags in the start there. Still no still no scope from him. I'm going to take it away here with Dupes, though, as he has got that B side, which does seem to see quite a bit of action. Smokes and flash and nade have gone out from Dupes, though, so he will now only have his AK to rely on. It doesn't seem like he's going to be too aggressive on the B side. Does take a peek into mid. His fellow AK Gotti on Girders spots Dins, I believe that was, as he did get tagged up. Stuzor on 10 has spotted a player on the MG bin. Oh, Ricky with a nice little jump shot takes out Stuzor. Not often you see that one. And now Din's going to be pushing into mid, taking advantage of the fact that he's still alive, I guess, as earlier on Gotti did miss those shots on him. Chris of the Eagle, though, does shut down Dins. And now Dedo's still trying to find some frags. And this is the problem I find with the scope on backlot. Once you're on the attacking side with it, you have so few positions you can actually peek with it, and you can't get close range. So I really feel this is why the AK has got the advantage. I mean, yeah, you can have the picks here and there. Maybe on the B side if you're able to push up to top ruins, but I mean, that's still a very difficult position to try and get into with scope on the attacking side. So on attack, I mean, we're going to see him here push forward with that Deagle. He is still trying to find some position to play, some position to cover. Dupes takes out Nakey, and Dedo's just going to have to sit in tight. Even if a play comes around the corner, he doesn't have much. He's got the hope of a no-scope. Connecting, does land the shot onto Franz, though, front 8. Looking good so far. And now Rickert sitting top mid. Sorry, top mid? What am I saying? Top A. Spots Dupes, takes him out. God, he's your last man standing. Where is this man? He's actually trying to defuse the bomb. And there we go. Dedo drops down to Gotti's AK. Tries to go for the defuse. Rickert just falls in from the bricks doorway. And that's going to push it to 1-1. Either way, guys, send the link out there. Go spread the link to the stream to all your mates. Put it on your Twitter, put it on your Facebook. Get a whole bunch of people watching. And we'll see how this final map plays out. Phil pushing forward. He's going to have the bomb in hand. There is not much defenses from imGaming in A at all, actually. Spray coming in. God, he takes out Phil. And a Dupes onto Rickert. Naki's the only one to reply. Din's trying to peek out towards Girders, but he's got to be careful. He's got to play moving up to his left-hand side. It is Fraz who shuts him down. Dedo's still sitting in link. And really, this is why I think just that extra firepower on A, if you would have gone towards mid-building, somewhere towards that line, I think it would have played a lot better into his hands. Unfortunately not so. Stuzol's going to make his way into lower mid. It looks like Dupes has gone all the way around and should be able to find himself the frag. It does do so. Dedo goes down, and imGaming pick themselves up another round here to push it to 2-1. Dupes sitting on 6 frags after just 3 rounds, looking good for him so far. And Dedo's still not deciding to drop scope. He has got a mid-building spawn, but unfortunately does not decide to go that way, and instead gets the nade onto Dupes. Very fast B push here though from Rave Gaming. Just from Ravon. imGaming, that is. Stuzol has made his way onto the B site. Duns takes him down with a lovely headshot with the SMG. And now it is all up to Chris and Frazman to try to bring this one back. Although, with the defensive positions being set up, the bomb going down any second, I feel Ravon have got this one in the bag. Chris grabs himself a frag. Fraz gets tagged up a little bit. Full is going to be encountering a player here on top of Ruins. It is Fraz who does go down. Rickert closes off Chris, and that'll push it to 2-2. Evening it out once more. So close. Now, still no escape from Deeps. It seems that he's just not feeling it yet. Chris going to be pushing up on B side. Definitely want to keep an eye on him, see how he's going to be playing aggressively, and maybe get himself a frag or two. Oh, he doesn't actually find anything, and that's very detrimental for the Ravon side, because of course that just means that there's one less SMG on the A side. They definitely should look to press that pressure, or put the pressure on A. But it doesn't look like they're going to do that at all. Dead is still trying to find some picks over towards A on top of Ruin. Stuzol takes out Rickert, and imGaming sit with that one-man advantage. Now Dedo's still trying to find something here. He's going to go back and pick up the bomb. Maybe move over towards the B side a little bit. Naki seems to prefer the A area, and so they will be moving over there. He's going to be going through the lower entrance, not going to be silent climbing up towards top A. And of course, crossing this crossing that doorway means that he does expose himself to Ruins. He has now moved all the way up into the A side. There's a player just around the corner, two's right inside, getting by the right. Yes, he can. Takes out Gotti. Has not got an AK-2 to work with. Should be able to find himself a frag or two. Doesn't do so, as both of the imGaming players are sitting in tight. Unfortunately for Naki, the bomb was dropped in mid, and now we'll have to try and go and retrieve it and move all the way back over towards A, giving away his position with every step he makes. Sound he makes. Oh, finds Stuzol actually. Really nice shot from him, and now only needing to go for Dupes. Although, of course, as that smoke goes down, Dupes gives away his position. Can the bomb go down? Yes, he can. Naki's going for it. Spray coming in onto his position. My word, can Naki pull off a 1 versus 3 here? Looks towards mid, but yes, he can. Lands the shot onto Dupes. Brings it back for his team. Pushes it to 3-2. And that'll give them the 1-run advantage here in the 3rd map. And that is such a morale booster. No doubt they're going to be screaming at their PCs, even if it is at home. Trust me, everyone's had that moment where you're sitting at your computer and you just like pull up something amazing and you scream, and your parents run into the room like, what happened? You're like, we just won the round. And they stare at you with that kind of distant, lifeless stare like, what are you doing? Oh, that's just me. Either way though, we are in the 6th round now, with Ravon having that 1-round advantage. Full playing it carefully, not letting his excitement get to him as he moves up the stairs. There is someone waiting for him though, and it is Dupes. Catches a glimpse of his head. Dedo trying to find a frag through the wall, and actually going back towards the spawn. Ooh, looks towards the back, and very good play from him. No doubt expecting someone to be there after having a very diminished support covering his rear side. Stews are going to find a frag onto Rickert. Pushes it to 3-3. Looking good so far. Didn't sitting on 1 frag. Not so good for him just yet, but of course he still has the whole rest of the game to pick this one up. I want to take it away once again with Mr. Dupes though. He seems to be playing a good defensive role on this B side, but I'd love for him to be peeking out into mid a bit more. Maybe Ravon trying to push top A side as he's not peeking out, or as Dupes is not peeking out that much. And oh, Dupes fails the jump. That is very uncharacteristic of Dupes. And again, could have had maybe a Twinkie too much. And luckily the guy loves me, so he'll find that funny rather than offensive. On the other hand, though, it is a quiet battlefield. These players are not wanting to risk anything. imGaming, of course, being the man down, they definitely just want to find a single frag before doing too much. Stoozle sprays heavily into mid. He did tag up Nakey, but Nakey walks away and will be able to regen his health. And actually really has regened his health. As full on the front A side. Here's a whole bunch of rounds firing off. He is the only man in A for Raven at the moment. Oh, he does get taken up by Gotti. Spray through the wall from Girders. Great positioning there on their back A side to spray into the bomb area. And there's such an important role. Now more spray coming in from top A. Stoozle is going to have to peek away. It's actually Nakey coming in from front A. Bomb being faked. Smoke goes down a little bit delayed from Nakey. I think he could have done that just a wee bit earlier to help out his teammate. And we do see Nakey taking out Gotti. Now Dupes actually takes out Dedo on the bomb and Stoozle onto Nakey, and they'll be able to get this defuse. Such a nice try there from Raven, though, towards the end of the round. They didn't have much to work with, and unfortunately weren't able to clean up the rest of the round. Now moving on, as we do see imGaming have actually taken the lead, winning the last 2 rounds in a row. And with full on a front spawn, are they going to be going B, or are they going to be pushing somewhere very aggressively? They have got the SMG on the front spawn. They really should do so. These players need to start utilizing the positions they're given and utilizing them to their max. Spray coming through the smoke. Chris is going to take out Dins. Full needs to be very careful about his next couple of moves. He doesn't know if the player is towards top ruins or lower. Although Dupes is down, so shouldn't need to worry too much. And now finally moving forward. Oh, Full spots Gotti running away. They're very late. And, oh, sorry, it was actually Chris. Gotti's your last man standing. Where is he? He is actually over onto the B site. It takes out 2. Full and Rico both going down. And he needs to find 2 more. Moving up towards Ruin. Tags up a player on the car. Oh, and he has actually spotted. Can he find the frag onto? No, he can't get the frag onto Dedo. Nakey coming in from behind. It's going to put it back to 4-4. Getting very, very, very close here. Dedo on a front spawn. Please, somebody going to use the front spawn, Dedo. Please, somebody going to use it. Nah, he's going to run back. I really feel that if you're in a scope position, you can go for that mid-roof push if you have a front spawn like that. And really apply some pressure on the A side. These 2 players, well, Full just ran right past his counterpart. Takes out Chris. These 2 pretty much bumping into each other in the darkness of the smoke. And Full will then be able to move all the way over to the B side. He picks up an AK and doesn't actually peek in towards mid. Does finally go back to cover his teammates to move over towards lower ruins. And with that, Stoozle, your last man standing. He'll be taken up by Dedo, who does actually finally move onto the top mid side just a little bit later than what I think he could have. And once again, Raven, 2 rounds in a row, take the lead. It seems to be really coming down to the wire on this one. And I really hope my 6-6 prediction at the halftime score will be good. Now, Full moving up onto the B side. It looks like imGaming have adapted a little bit, threw an extra nade towards the MG building, and Full won't be able to push it as quickly as he would have wanted to. And Franz is waiting for him by that mid bin. Dedo going to spraying towards mid. As my vocal cords stunted like an old record player. And Dedo onto Stoozle, and Deeps onto Dins. Exchange of frags going on and on. As Fraz does seem to be coming under a little bit of fire, does sneak away though. Chris takes out Rickert. That means only Full and Nakey are the ones remaining. There we go. Chris peeks out Dedo. And final frag onto Nakey will be coming in from Dupes. Takes it to 5-5. Even scores. Now each of these teams just need to grab a frag apiece. But then again, if imGaming grabbed the next round, then it literally would have been 2 rounds to one team, 2 rounds to the other team, 2 rounds back again. Which I think is a cool way to exchange rounds. Now Deep's moving up towards the top of Ruins with an AK. That long-range ability needs to be put to its full effect. And he just seems to hide back. I think he could be a little bit more aggressive. Poke out towards MG. Stop players getting towards mid. Laying down some covering fire for his team. But instead just going to be sitting back and watching the stairs. Not wanting to be too aggressive. Rather wanting to stay alive. Stoozle, though, is going to be coming under some fire from mid. From Dins, actually. Dins has the opportunity to peek towards his right or left as he goes out this back door. But seems to be going neither way at the moment. Does a little silent walk out the left-hand side of that door. Moving in towards mid. His teammate SMG is on towards Red Container. Whereas Doopsy's finally going to peek in towards mid. Can he spot any movement though? He does actually, but it's from mid-house. Din's taking out Stuzor, and that'll be the player on tin down. If they can take out Dupes, they pretty much open up the B side. Rickard not peeking much more of the ruins area though. Phil takes out Gotti as Deeps now decides to move forward. There's 2 players for Rave Gaming in the mid-house, and this late in the game I think that's very detrimental. They really should be trying to move forward as soon as he can, and no, they're pretty much giving away 2 frags to Dupes. Dupes, I mean, pretty much missed it. If he gets himself 3 frags. Wow, Ravon, just wow. Dupes, the most passive player so far in this game, is currently top fragging with 14 frags. He's not peeking out. The times he does, he crawls forward, and then 3 players magically just walk into his aim. imGaming though starting off strong this round. Stuzor and Frazman both getting a kill apiece. It is the last round of the half, as we really want the Raven side to get this one. It doesn't seem like it's going to be happening though. Gotti takes out Dins as Frazman peeks over back towards front A. Nothing from him though. Chris moving out towards the link. There is no one for him though either, but he'll be able to rotate all the way around the back of the last 2 players for Ravon. And imGaming playing this one very disciplined, not wanting to peek out too much. Stu's just watching from behind the car. He might be able to spot Rickard. He does do so. Rickard getting heavily tagged up, was not able to reply with any frags at all. Gotti takes out Rickard. Last player left standing is Dedo, and he gets taken out by Frazman right through the wall. 5-7 is the halftime score, and that was definitely a good half. Most definitely. Now we will have quick ready-ups from the Ravon side. We do actually have quick ready-ups from that Ravon side. Nice one. So, 7-5 is the halftime score. It is 1 map A side. If you guys did just join us, this is the FastHosts Power Tournament. Of course, playing on the FastHosts servers in partnership, I believe, with Game Hosts and Epicland. And we do see Dedo with a very interesting position, probably trying to watch for nades flying in from the MG side. And he will be peeking over towards MG, still stuck with the scope. I find it very weird that he's still playing scope. Deeps has picked up the AK and has been working ever so well for him, as he does move up towards top A, not looking over towards 10. Gotti on the mid-roof position, and that's definitely going to be playing in their advantage. And imGaming being so aggressive here, as Nakey takes out Frazman, but Chris in there with the reply. Good teamwork from those 2. Dedo's your last man standing, and I don't think there's much in this one for him. He doesn't have the firepower, the close range ability that you'll need to play on this map, especially in a clutch position. For the picks, yes, but you know, I think his life is going to be so difficult to try and reclaim this bomb site. Now has gotten himself the first frag there with the Deagle. Picked up his SMG for all his hard work, but his position's been given away. Gotti lands the final frag there onto Dedo. That's going to push it to 8-5, and I really don't want to see the ball start rolling in imGaming, so I don't want Ravon to put up a fight here. I want Dedo to drop scope. I want him to pick up the AK and put firepower down on that B side, allowing his SMGs to push up or clear out the mid area, or I don't know, something a little bit different. Dedo with a nade onto Stuz, or Gotti sitting in mid. He'll be able to cover anyone coming up from MG side as Nakey tries to push out into the A area. There's Dins and Phil on SMG. Phil is playing an interesting position with the SMG over on Tin's side, although we'll be able to push into mid later on into the round. Chris takes out Full. Dedo misses a shot onto back A bricks, and that'll allow Fraz to push in, take out Dins. Gotti onto Nakey, and here it pretty much just once again goes downhill for the Ravon side. I have faith though, Ravon have it in them to be able to bring it back, but I think there's just a couple of changes that need to take effect immediately. Ricker takes out Gotti as Dedo moves towards the back A area, pulls out the scope, thinks he spotted a player on the back of that bomb, lands the shot onto Dupes, just clipping it, or spotting his shoulder, and of course this pushes it down to a 2-on-2. Chris on the front A side though will be able to spot anyone moving in from the girders area. Looks away at probably the worst time he could. And now Frazman watching onto the bomb. Defuse coming in. Will they try and stop it? Chris gives away his position. There's only 10 seconds left. Oh, Fraz just needs to run away. 7 seconds passes. There's no way that Nakey can defuse this one, even if he gets the frags. And that is so well played from the imGaming side, just to draw their attention away for long enough. And that'll take it to 9-5. As imGaming's lead increased to 4 rounds now. And it just doesn't seem like there's much on the Ravens' plate to change up at the moment. SMG's full Ravens still playing a little bit passively, only Dins being the one aggressive on the A side. He's the only one in there actually holding it. There's no AK on the girders area to try and lay some extra firepower into back A. Gotti in a lovely position here on mid, able to peek out and spot players on the lower area. Of course, this means he cannot take any fire from the right-hand side unless the player is like Lowerton spraying through the wall and hoping he gets lucky. Full onto Stews, although, and Gotti is going to be a little bit worried because that frag happened right below him. And he will actually drop down towards lower mid. Dinson with a deagle. Chris onto Dins for the reply. And, oh, Chris, your last man standing gets taken out by Nakey. And that'll push it to 9-6. Reducing it down to only 3 runs difference. But still, it's such a big ask from both of these players. Or, sorry, from the Raven side to bring this one back. But let's see if they can do it. I have hope in them. I believe they can do it. Dead is going top ruins with scope. This is a good start for him. He needs to lay down loads of covering fire, though. I believe from all that smoke and nades, he needs to realize that it is a B push. Chris takes out Dedo, as that SMG, of course, is always going to outpower any weapon close range, unless it's a shotgun. I think you might have the advantage with a shotgun. Nade out towards the car, back turn, as Chris does actually tag up Rickard. He's going to peek around with this deagle, see if he can maybe close off the kill. Rickard, they would have gone and run into the garage for some cover. There you go. And he does want himself some regen health. Rickard spots players dropping out of the ruins building to try and get that bomb down. Rickard's position's been given away. Has got an AK with him, although the players pushing up on him will know where he is. Wow, Chris doesn't actually know where he is for some other really odd reason. And with that, Rickard might actually just escape here. No, he doesn't. Fraz takes him down, reducing it down to a 2-1-2. And, ooh, Dins takes out Gotti. This means Fraz is your last man standing. And he is very much squeezed in here between 2 players. Dins going to pick him off with the AK. 2 rounds in a row now for Ravon. Having hope, guys. Come on. Come on. I'm pretty sure Ravon can do this. And it does seem that they are being a little bit more aggressive. But imGaming seem to be, I don't know, they're not as teamworky-ish. If that's even a word. It is now. They're not being very teamworky-ish. Gotti gets taken up by Rickard's early AK spray as Frazman tries to push up through the front A side. There is no smokes from the imGaming side. I think that's slightly a flaw, as Dins easily picks up a frag over towards front A. Now Stews are getting tagged up. Dedo takes out Stews, or there's the scope on B. Ruins coming into play. Chris takes out Dins. Dedo flicking backwards and forth, not finding anything towards the back A side. Nakey's going to be sitting inside. Ooh, Rickard spots Chris just below him. But Dedo coming into call. Dupes is your last man standing. He is towards front A with the bomb. An AK in hand. No scope for him. And Nakey laying down girders is not going to spot him. Of course, he's not going to spot Nakey either. It looks like he wants to go for the peek over towards top ruins. He has spotted. Dedo takes him out. And now rushing towards garage. Looks like he's going to try and rotate fast towards the B bomb side. Taps away as he tries to land the shot there onto Nakey. Although I doubt Nakey is going to be giving away his position that easily. He has got the opportunity to try and stop the bomb plant if Dupes plants it on, well, that side. But Nakey, oh, has spotted Dupes. Does get the frag, brings it back to 9-8. Only 1 round away from evening this out after being 4 rounds in the lead. Ravon clawing this one back slowly but surely. And this is a great comeback from their half. Nade's going out from full. Let's see what Mr. Dins is up to those. He's going to be the first SMG into this A side. Full with a nade onto Gotti. Nice little late nade to catch any players moving into their positions. Rickard gets himself a double as Chris and Fraz both drop. My word, Chris has been on absolute form this half. Full onto Dupes as he catches Dupes running out of the mid-building. Last player left standing is Mr. Dedo. Sorry, I lie. He's not on imGaming. It is Stuzor, who I just passed. Again, AK in hand, tries to find anything. Rickard gets himself the hat-trick of the round. And that'll push it to 9-9, evening it out. My word. And looking over at these scores, imGaming very close to their team scores. Raven not so much, but hey, Rickard's doing a great job. Where is he? Let's see what he is up to with that AK. Nade goes out over towards mid. Doesn't look like he's going to be playing the same position. Instead, going over towards the B side, changing it up, making sure that imGaming is not able to keep track of him. It looks like he might be going over towards the A side. Actually falling all the way back down to spawn. Looks like he might be trying to find players over on top A. Unfortunately, you won't find anything there. And with Dupes going towards top A, doubles back just a little bit, making sure that no one is spraying on his position. As contemplates the possibility of shooting down into the floor. Unfortunately, he's not going to land him any frags. There's a player just below him. He peeks back A, spots a foot, tags up Rickett. And just lays down a couple more rounds, hoping that he can connect with something. Fraz and Chris come alive. Dins and Aki drop, and this means that it's all down to Rickett and Fall to bring this one back for his team. Dupes covering in mid, though, I think is going to make it very difficult for them to try and move into any reasonable position to stop that bomb plant. Only Rickett left, and he gets taken out by Dupes peeking into mid. Pushes it to 10-9. First round here for the break again for imGaming after 5 rounds. They get their first one. So definitely a close match. Now we do see Data with his nade over towards the mid area, trying to catch any players off guard as they move. Oh, does actually catch Stuzor off as he moves into the mid building. Fraz trying to push in towards Bricks. Lets it run. I'm not too sure why, but I guess time will tell if it pays off for him either way. I doubt it's going to matter that much in the long run. It is backlot. Players spray everywhere all the time. And of course, early on in the run, you're not going to be in a position good enough to actually lay down any spray through walls. Full still sitting, watching mid. Frazman, very undecisive, finally decides to move into the bomb area. And with Chris finally moving up into ruins, takes out Dedo. It is a 4-on-3 Ravon, currently the man behind, and currently the round behind too. So they definitely want to pick up this round. Or at least make it seem like they have a chance to try and find a flaw in the attack from imGaming. It seems to be very slow at the moment, very meticulous from imGaming. You see Dupes making sure that he watches that whole mid-area, top of ruins, everything he can for just a glimmer of movement. His teammates moving into position to try and get that bomb down. As Fraz gets heavily tagged up from Gerda's spray. There's 2 players in Dupes' view. He misses both. Rickett takes him out, punishing him for his bad aim. As Fraz gets that bomb down right behind the bomb. Nakey takes out Gotti. Fraz is your last man standing. He has been spotted. His position's been given away. There's 2 players towards Gerda's and front A, and these 2 players could just sandwich Frazman in at the moment. You do see both of the players now for A1 moving it. It was Nakey and Full. Full gets the final frag, though. It's going to push it back up to 10-10. Man, this is getting really close now. I mean, I expected it to be close. I didn't expect it to be this close, though. imGaming, though, looking over the scoreboard, only have 4 frags difference between top and bottom scores, while Ravon have got 7. But their top fraggers really are top fragging and keeping their heads high. Deda gets the early nade here onto Gotti, looking strong. As Full moves forward onto Ruins, being aggressive. I love the style of play here on B side. And I feel this is how it should be played every round. Although there's a player just off his left-hand side. Can he spot the play? Yes, finally gets the frag there onto Stuzor. And it does take a tag or 2, but we'll be able to run into MG, regen his health. Chris onto Dedo, though. That's scope down for Ravon's side. And SMG, as Dins also goes down to Chris's SMG. Naked trying to stop the bomb plant going down. He has heard it. There's play coming in from every direction, though. Fraz takes out Naked. Fills your last man standing. Where is he? He is over in mid. He has spotted a player on the on the JCB. Finally takes out Chris. There is a player on the bomb. Dupes is going to be there with the AK and does take out Full for the 11-10. There's only 3 rounds in this. imGaming only need the next 2 to win it, while Ravon need all 3 rounds available right now to win the game. If not, go into a tie. We'll go into a M or a 3. But once we get into overtime, we'll talk about that a little bit more. Let's keep on the round at hand. Once again, Full being very aggressive over here on the B side. Does make some noise pushing out. Spots Chris as he tries to push up on Ruins. And Full now going to need to fall back. There might be another player around the corner. He knows there's this possibility. And playing it very calm and disciplined. I would have that itchy urge to peek out though. Oh, nice one from Vol. Takes out Stuzor. And now imGaming down to only 2 players. Gotti gets the first. And he's looking in the right direction. Unfortunately, that player isn't there as he looked. And now Gotti, I think, should have gone into mid-roof. Will help clear out that A side. Also be great for covering the A bomb if it does go down. Deep's getting heavily tagged up. Gets taken down by Rickert. Gotti drops down. He is the last man standing. Does take out Rickert. Now there's only a scope and AK left for Ravon as they need to try and defend this bomb site. Gotti moves in towards Gerdes. Dedo is just sitting watching mid, making sure that the play does not peek out from Ruins, from the mid house into Ruins. Naki's found Gotti though, and now needs to try. And now Gotti needs to try and get the bomb down. Well, first he needs to try and find Dedo, although Dedo with a scope is going to have the massive advantage in that situation. There's very little chance that an AK would have been able to find the scope there. 2 rounds left in this. There is only 2 rounds left. Each of the teams need 2 rounds to win it. And after 2 maps that went, 13-7 apiece, this is very close from either side. Oh, this is getting very close either way. Now Dedo going to peek over onto the B side once again, feeling confident with his scope skills on B. Stuzor pushing up towards Tank. He's got Gotti in mid. Fraz and I believe that is Stuzor trying to push into the bomb site. That's actually Chris. I lie, Stuzor's in mid. That's right. Full takes out Gotti, and Chris replies onto Dins. Down to a 3 versus 4. Full moves up in towards mid, making sure that they do have extra backup as they try and get the bomb down. I don't know what Fraz was trying to do there, but either way, it did not work out for him, and Dedo easily picks up the scope frag. And now, full spraying out onto that bomb, making sure that no one gets that bomb down. Stu takes out Phil. Dedo still on the B side, and Phil's got to be very careful about that. Chris moving back towards mid to try and clear out Full, but unfortunately Dedo there with scope takes him out. Stuzor goes down, and that gives Ravon the game point. My word. I cannot believe it's come down to this. Having a last final look here at the scores, as this might be the final round here for the Ravon side. They might win this game. Hopefully the pressure does not get to imGaming and they're able to bring this one back for an overtime. Stuzor pushing up onto this B side. No one has dropped to opening nades though. Chris gets the first frag onto Dens. And this is probably the most important round of everything. If this comes down to a tie, then everything we've played pretty much just comes down to the 6 rounds. Which is weird to think about. A player down a piece as Rickert decides to be very aggressive over on the B side as he does push up. Stuzor has gone down, as you can see, expressing his anger in his play. Rickert moving up into mid. His teammate helping spray the lower mid area. Dedo takes out Dupes. Frazman replies onto Full. Again, 3-on-3. This is so close. Has Rickert spotted the player in mid though? No, he has actually. Sprays goes out into the fence. The bomb has gone down by Chris. It is now all onto Ravon to bring this one back. They have got the map point in their favor, of course. If they lose this round, it will go into an overtime, so they still have that to comfort them just slightly. They need to wait for the rest of Ravon to get in there, though, as before Naki moves in. Oh, we do see Fraz going down. Gotti goes down too. It's all onto Chris. Last man standing for imGaming. It will be Dedo to get the final frag there onto Chris. GG's being called. Fantastic game there from Ravon. Superb stuff coming back from being the first map down, winning the second one on City Streets, the third map being chosen by imGaming. But as we can see there, 13-11 in favor of Ravon. A fantastic group game to close off the evening. But that's it, guys. That is the third and final game done for tonight's group match from the FastHosts Power Tournament. Massive kudos to FastHosts, Game Shadows, and of course Epic Land. Go check out Epic Land, or Epic 9, the new land from Epic, or from Epic Land to be coming out. You guys know what I mean. You guys can follow us on Twitter at /QuadV, on Facebook the same thing, /QuadVTV if you want to check out any of our VODs. Of course, this VOD will be available on YouTube. Later on, I am Menace. If you guys want to follow me, I'm at Menace on Twitter and /MenaceFPS on Facebook. Either way, I hope you guys have had a fantastic evening, and we'll be bringing you guys more coverage from this tournament. Should be soon. Keep your eyes on Tech 9, otherwise just on the QuadV website for any updated schedules. And other than that, enjoy your evening.